Hi everybody, this is Sister Omi. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm here to do the new moon reading for the sign of Virgo. That's Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. And this new moon is in Taurus. So let's just take a moment and just think about that moon in Taurus, what this is about. Taurus is a earth sign, grounded, so we're looking at stability. There's a need for stability, and whatever that need is everyone's trying to satisfy it to whatever extent, because all of us are individuals, right? So everyone's different. But at the same time, it's, life is what it is. Things change, stuff goes on. So we just have to accept what is what. But the problem in finding that stability is also having some self-respect. And I'm saying that so that we can look at the difference between stability and materialism. What is it that makes you feel stable? What it is versus what it looked like, in a sense. So, in search for that, I won't say in search of, in dealing with ourselves and trying to satisfy that need for stability, we have to tap into our self-respect and make sure we don't seek material things. So, accepting whatever situation we're in at this particular moment, and if you're accepting yourself, there's a sense of peace and tranquility that's going to radiate to the outside world. Things happen. There's a lot of things that happen we don't have any control over. So how do we maintain that stability? It's like the calm in the middle of the storm. And it may not be that extreme. It could be like, you had to put your car in the shop. And now how are you going to get to work while your car's in the shop for 2 weeks or something like that? It could be even more extreme. You could lose your job. How do you maintain stability with all that's going on and have a sense of calm in the face of the outside world? So, Virgo. With that being said, and this is for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. The first card we got here is Alegba. Now, Alegba is the patron that opens the doors and the roads. He's like Mercury in Greek mythology, the messenger. Now, this could be related, this is in reverse. And so this could be related to jobs, progress in your work or job, productivity, tempting information that seems tempting. You're getting some offers, but at the same time, all this could be going on, and this is in reverse, and you may be just tired. There may be some fatigue, and since this is in reverse, it could be unemployment. Now, you could get some messages and you interpret the message incorrectly. So, this is basically saying some things could be going on or information, and you could be misunderstood or you just didn't understand something. That's not necessarily, I wouldn't say that's a bad thing, because that's the classic example of this, that peace and tranquility, when things could be going all kinds of ways. But this still comes to accepting yourself for who you are and still keep moving forward. Now, this next is Yancy. Now, Yancy is another name for Oya. And she's basically a warrior. She is a warrior, and she was misled in a sense. You know, she was told she can keep her man if she did X, Y, Z. I'm sorry. I was thinking about somebody else. Oh my goodness. Nevertheless, Yancy, the other name for Yancy is used in the condom play, but in other regions she is known as Oya. Now, there is if you think about the winds of change, think of Oya. If you, she's charitable. She's a humanitarian power, spirit of service. She's no joke, though. She's no joke. She's about recovery and improvement from any state that you may be in at this particular time. You know, she is truly a warrior princess. I call her the warrior princess. And she is over, you see, if you look up close, she's like over the cemetery. And she is like the can you see that? She's like over the cemetery. She is like the guardian of spirits. So it's like, don't play, right? Don't play with something like that. She is like the guardian of the ancestral spirits that are always present. Oh, what did I drop? Oh, okay. And she is a spirit of courage. She has a fighting spirit full of willpower, tenacity. And if you could see how she has what she's holding in her hands here, she has like her broom that she's just sweeping stuff away. And she's also got a knife in the other hand. So if you think about Yancy or Oya, think about a tornado that just sweeps things clean. She's very versatile, but just think, you ever meet someone who's like the wind? They just clear the path as they go. So I am encouraging you, Virgo, regardless if there's any miscommunication, anything that wasn't clear, you're going to have to pull on the spirit to just keep moving forward and still be the calm in the storm with all this. She's very quick. You ever meet someone who could just go say a few words and feel like you got not cut off at the knees, but cut off at the waist? She has the ability to do that. And sometimes that is necessary. Nevertheless, you're being called upon to pull on her spirit to clear the path. Now the messenger that opens the roads here is in reverse. So you could be tired, unemployed. However, this can relate to jobs and different things that you are working on, if that's the case. And it doesn't have to be necessarily a job. Maybe you're working on a promotion, or maybe you're working on your own business. There's something else that could be going on. And maybe it's not going the way you want it to go at this present time. As they say, the broom sweeps clean. So I take this as a positive message as to, regardless of whatever's going on, you still got to keep pushing, keep moving forward. And as you're moving forward, do so with that knowledge of yourself, knowledge of, regardless, you're going to maintain your stability as you push forward. Now, the message card, advice card, I just say this is the message from Spirit here. This is the Four of Pentacles. So this is more or less, control and status. But in the Rider-Waite deck, you see the guy, he's sitting there. He's sitting on a pentacle. He has a pentacle on his head. And in his hand, he's holding one on his chest. And basically it's like holding on. But the way I look at it here is, you see how it's like four roofs here? And it's like she's putting the pieces into place here, so that to create a stable environment. So regardless of what's going on, you still have to work at creating that stable environment at this particular time. So in addition to that, you're really in a position of power. And it comes with that, you have a responsibility here. So even if you think about it, if you really think about it, this is about redistributing what you have, and make sure that you're not corrupted. And at this new moon, we don't want to be corrupted by materialism. We're seeking that stability, and it could be financial, emotional, or spiritual. But with this is a pentacle, so this is like, it could be in your body or in your home. Now, the message from Spirit, and I'm going to read it right from the book here. This is the Four of Pentacles. Excuse me, yeah, right? Did I say that right? Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. So this is like really about a positive balance. Talk about, and even savings. Maybe you're, restructuring your savings here, or your earnings, or however you want to look at it. So the message is, continue to concentrate on your present situation, working and resisting any eventual obstacles or barriers. So you are really barricading yourself. I'm not going to say, yeah, I guess in a sense I could say that you're barricading yourself for that stability. And this gives you the opportunity to regroup and map out your plan, especially with this in reverse. So maybe you got some miscommunication about it. Maybe there was some miscommunication. And so you still have to move forward with that courage and tenacity. The broom sweeps clean. And hopefully you're just using the broom and not the knife, okay? And you're just restructuring yourself for that stability. So this really is positive, because life happens. You know what I'm saying? Life happens. You just don't know. And so you always have to be able to regroup. And that's why I said earlier, it's learning to accept yourself and your situation, and basically any problem or situation that you find yourself into or in at this particular time. It may shake you a little bit, but feel secure in yourself. Tap into your self-respect and center yourself. That's really what this is getting centered, so that you, as they said, the broom sweeps clean, so you can move forward. So I see this as a good thing, and as they say, the only place to go is up. at a certain point, right? The only place to go is up. However, the chakra card I pulled for you, Virgo, is nurturing. So with that miscommunication or a lot trying to restructure and move forward and all this, maybe you just need to take some time and really just nurture yourself. Have you been nurturing yourself? And maybe that's, I'm not going to say you got a miscommunication, or maybe you've just been on the grind more or less so much that you're just worn out and tired. So, and it's easy to get caught up in that hustle and bustle of daily life. So take a little time for yourself and be able to nurture and receive the gifts and fruits of your labor. All right, if there was, I'm going back to miscommunication because I just kind of think that may be it for some. Others, it could be just unemployment and you're getting tired, you're looking for a job, you want to grind, so you need to pamper yourself. And maybe take a long bath, because this here is the earth, the earth star chakra. And this is basically 6 inches below your feet and aligns you with the heart of the earth. It anchors the light and the soul deep within the planet. So this can ground you in your journey, which is interesting at this Taurus moon, being grounded, feeling stable regardless of whatever's going on or whatever you're dealing with. When you step outside that door, you have a very calm demeanor and tranquil regardless. And that's it. I know it could be challenging sometime. But if there's any anxieties and things like that, you just have to pamper yourself, because you could be blocking a blessing, more or less. So sometimes, due to fear, we might shut ourselves off or separate ourselves from others. So let others in. I mean, not all of them, Be discerning. Be discerning. And the card I got for message from nature is the damson tree, which is rewards. And the promise of future success brings fruitful pleasure and happiness. The damson tree. So it's going to be all right. All right, Virgo? Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. You can leave a comment if you like. Give me a thumbs up. This is Sister Omi. Peace.